Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Have you been working really hard to expand your vocabulary, perhaps because you have to take a standardized test like the SAT, the GRE, or the TOEFL? Or do you want to just learn more and get a chance to spend some time together practicing vocabulary words? If so, you're in the right place. This lesson is focused on 10 random vocabulary words from this huge box of words, and we'll go through them together and practice. I'll give you a chance to guess the meaning before I reveal it, and I'll also offer additional explanation so that it's not just us reading flashcards, because I know that can be boring. Let's get started. First, we have respite. It's a noun. So this word means a delay or temporary rest. Also, an example is the movie provided a respite from our long day of studying. So respite means rest. It means a break. When I'm studying, every once in a while, I need a respite. I need a chance to step away, to have tea, coffee, food, whatever, and be away from whatever it was I was doing. And all of you who are studying vocabulary, you should certainly take a respite as well. Another context that I've heard this word in is respite care for caregivers. So if someone's providing caregiving services for an elderly person in their life, sometimes the government will provide funding for respite care so that the person who's caregiving has someone else to step in and provide care so they can take a respite. That's what the respite care does. It enables the caregiver to take a break. And a couple of synonyms for this word are break, reprieve. Next, we have the word partisan, and it's an adjective. This word means influenced or controlled by a certain group. An example is the journalist's partisan politics kept him from reporting the election results objectively. And this word is heavily used in the context of American politics. We have a two-party system in the United States, and because of that, there tends to be a lot of divisiveness, a lot of polar opposites in terms of political beliefs, and thus there's a lot of partisanship that comes into play in the American political system, where one group really controls the narrative on one side, the Democratic Party. Another group controls the narrative on the other side, the Republican Party. And those groups, those parties, are dominant in terms of forming the political narrative. A synonym for this word is biased. Next, we have the word mercenary. It's an adjective. This means motivated purely by money. An example is the mercenary corporation bought up rival businesses and fired all the employees. So the word mercenary means very money motivated, and it's derived from the fact that mercenaries are combatants for pay. They are functionally soldiers who get paid money by whatever the governing interest is to fight on behalf of whatever. So you can describe someone with this word mercenary who's trying to just make as much money as possible, regardless of any sort of morality or any sort of personal beliefs. Next, we have idiosyncratic. It's an adjective. So this word means belonging to one particular character. An example is Ursula's idiosyncratic movements got her kicked off the drill team. So something that's idiosyncratic is unique to you, or unique to that person or animal or whatever organization. It's a quirk. It's something that's very particular to you. So something that's idiosyncratic to me is that I like to write down anything I need to do in notebooks. I have trouble doing whatever I'm supposed to do unless it's written down. So that's just something that's particular to me. You probably have something that's idiosyncratic to you. Go ahead and share it in the comments. I'd love to hear what is your unique characteristics are. A synonym here, or actually a couple of synonyms, are peculiar, quirky. Next, we have meticulous. This word meticulous, it's an adjective, and it means showing extreme care about small details. An example is, Danielle is a very meticulous person. Nothing in her room is ever out of place. So someone who's meticulous pays attention to detail. They are very focused on getting things right, and they are thorough. I think being meticulous is a great characteristic. I'd actually describe myself as meticulous. And paying attention to detail can be a great thing, but it can also slow you down. So, pros and cons to being meticulous. A couple of synonyms are detailed, fastidious. Next, we have banal. It's an adjective. This means lacking originality. An example is, watching scary movies on Halloween is too banal. Let's hang out at the graveyard. Ooh. So something that is overly predictable and that is maybe a little too expected could be considered banal. There are actually a few ways to pronounce this word that are all correct. I typically say banal, and that is a fairly common pronunciation, so that's what we're going with. When it comes to something being banal, it's boring, it's predictable, it's not very exciting. So blowing out candles on a birthday cake on your birthday, that is what is expected. That is predictable. So if that's what you're doing and you expected more, you expected something different, you might consider that experience to be kind of banal, not that exciting. A synonym for this word is unoriginal. Next, we have domestic, and this is an adjective. So this means of or pertaining to the home. An example is, my domestic skills are lacking. I can't iron, cook, or sew. So typically in a lot of cultures, women tend to be in charge of a lot of the domestic decision making and responsibility in a home, though in America you've seen definitely some change and shift with some of the younger generations. Domestic considerations are really important because you need a clean home, you need to have food in the fridge, you need to have a well-stocked pantry and all of the supplies you need. So definitely you want to keep domestic considerations in mind. A synonym is household. Next, we have the word incisive, and it's an adjective. This means remarkably clear and direct. An example is, the pamphlet about renters' rights was incisive and helpful. So when something's incisive, it's crystal clear. It isn't confusing. It's very explicit and direct. When you're moving into a new apartment, you hope that whatever policies that apartment complex has are posted in a public place, or that you receive them in writing, and that they're incredibly incisive because you want to make sure you understand everything to expect and all the rules to follow. A synonym for this word, actually a couple of them, are sharp, keen. Next we have constraint as a noun. This word means limitation or restriction. An example is, lack of money was the biggest constraint to starting our business. When it comes to this YouTube channel, my biggest constraint is the fact that I work full time and also have household responsibilities. So often I can't do a video every day or spend so much time producing my content. Rather, I'm constrained in what I can do, but I always pull it off. I always find a way to make something cool happen. But it is a constraint. The time constraint is real. A synonym here is limitation. We have one more word. This is our last one. This one is epitome, and it's a noun. This word means the perfect example of a type. An example is both valedictorian and track star, Taylor is the epitome of the scholar athlete. So someone or something that's the epitome of something is the best or the most typical or ideal individual or thing. So take, for example, artists. Pablo Picasso and other famous artists like Monet and Van Gogh, they are the epitome of great artists. Clearly, they're some of the best. And you can argue that other artists are at the epitome of artistic excellence as well. A couple of synonyms are ideal, model. So that's everything that I have for you today. That was lesson number 2. I'll do more of these videos, but please let me know how you're enjoying this format. Also, I'll put playlists and videos right here. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. There will be more of this, and you can check out any of the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.